Hey y'all, welcome back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kathleen. I am the Singing Cat. As you can see, I'm not wearing any Mickey ears or a crown because really this has nothing to do with Disney, but it has something to do that's really important in my life. And that is my Catholic faith. So if you don't know about me, I am a big Catholic nerd and I've gotten my degree in Catholic studies. I also have been working in youth ministry for about 9 years since I graduated. The Catholic faith and just studying the intricacies of our traditions and also why we are the way we are, what we do is very, very important to me. So today is Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras, and Catholics, we take it seriously because we know that tomorrow, Ash Wednesday, means the start of Lent, meaning 40 days of not having cake. Tomorrow being Ash Wednesday, you will see so many social media posts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. You'll see tons of posts with people with ashes on their forehead from going to Ash Wednesday Mass. And you can spot the Catholics. Oh, that's a Catholic because they're obviously got their ashes. Well, guess what, guys? I'm gonna lay something out here. I'm Catholic and I don't get ashes on Ash Wednesday. What? Really? I know, right? Such a weird thing for a Catholic, someone who says she's a very much practicing Catholic. Why wouldn't I go to Ash Wednesday Mass? Let's take it back. Growing up, I did go to Ash Wednesday Mass, and I went during college and a couple years after I graduated college. When I was in high school, I loved going to Ash Wednesday Mass and getting those ashes. We didn't have social media as big a prevalent thing as it is today, but I loved having those like popular girls looking at me like, oh my gosh, you have like something on your forehead. Oh yeah, I know. It's like part of my Catholic faith today to get these ashes. That's why it's in the form of a cross. I love their face. It was a great way to kind of explain, hey, I'm Catholic. Especially going to a public school, it was a great way to put it out there. So when I went to college, I went to an evangelical university to tell who the Catholics were because on Ash Wednesday, we were the ones that had ashes. So we definitely formed an identity. It was like homecoming for Catholics. That's really what it felt like. As I grew older, I noticed that whenever I'd have my ashes on, people would be like, oh, thanks for the reminder, I gotta go get my ashes. Okay, sure. At first, thinking, oh yeah, it's just reminding them to go to Mass. That is cool. After a while, getting kind of comments like that, instead of saying things, oh yeah, I gotta go to Ash Wednesday Mass. No, it was literally gotta go get my ashes. It was like it was Pokemon trading cards or Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, baseball cards, that's another one. But that's what it felt like. It felt like I was collecting something. It's just like one part of an entire hour and a half, 2 hour long Mass. It wasn't until I worked at a church and on the day of Ash Wednesday, we got so many calls of people asking, what time can I get my ashes? What? Mass starts at 7 p.m. No, but what time can I get my ashes? Mass starts at 7 p.m. I mean, technically I could probably figure out it's kind of 30 minutes after, but again, different parishes have different rules. There's no way I could ever possibly tell you what time the ashes are distributed. And when I went to Mass that night, so many people left after getting their ashes. Why? There is like another at least half an hour, 45 minutes left of the Mass and the most important part hasn't even happened yet. I was flabbergasted and I was sad. What do you think today is about? Really, there were two things that really hit me about why people were doing this. Number one, when people started posting on Instagram especially, but also on Facebook and other places, with their ashes saying hashtag ashes, hashtag Ash Wednesday, hashtag Catholic, people were encouraged in the Catholic Church to do that because we wanted to show some spirit, some camaraderie with each other, which is great. I have lots of close friends who do social media posts that have the ashes and they love it. And you know what? I'm not saying that that's bad. It's not. It's showing, hey, we're Catholic. We have an interesting culture. We do all these different things. This video isn't for you. I know each of you individually, and I know your prayer life, and I know you go to Mass so often that you make me feel guilty. So it's not about you. I'm talking to the people that maybe don't go to Mass at all or not Catholic, but they see all these ashes. I have to go on Ash Wednesday. Like, I have to go. Let me lay some truth out here. It's not a required holiday. The church has a term called the Holy Days of Obligation. And holy days of obligation are Christmas, Easter. In different countries, they have specific like Mary holidays that we have to go that are during the week. Guess what? Ash Wednesday is not one of them. You do not have to go. It is not a requirement. I'm not saying don't go. After fasting for most of the day, it's a really good way to put an image and kind of give yourself something to put all your frustration of that day to put into it, and to give it a great reminder of why you're doing all the things you're doing that day and for the next 40 days. It's a great opener. It's an opener. It is not the be and end all. It is not. It's not even required. I'm not saying don't go. I mean, you also don't have to go to daily Mass, and it's encouraged. It's encouraged that you go to Ash Wednesday Mass, and that's a good thing. But you don't have to go. Start going to Mass every Sunday. Do that first, then go to Ash Wednesday. If you have to choose between going to Ash Wednesday and everyday Sunday, go every Sunday. Go every Sunday. Seriously. Now, the second part, ashes. Do you even know what that means? Now, when they actually distribute the ashes, they say something, and sometimes it's different depending on what the priest decides for that day. But a lot of the times, the ones that choose it most often is when they do the cross, they say, "From dust you came, to dust you go to." That's literally what they say. So in hindsight, it's saying, you are dust. You are dirt. I just did some picture hanging in my room, and all the dust from drilling holes into my wall. You're that. You're the dust that's on my floor right now. That's what it is. If you leave at that point in time in the Mass, that's all you're saying. I'm dust. Okay? I could go outside right now and get some dirt, put it on my forehead, and say, I'm dust. Hey guys! People would think I'm really weird. That's what it's saying when you just leave after getting your ashes. What people don't know, or they don't understand, is there's a second part to that Mass and to getting your ashes. When you get the ashes, what it's supposed to say, you are nothing. You are dust until Jesus Christ is entered into your body, into your life. And that part is communion, which happens after. So if you leave before communion, you are nothing. You are dust. You are nothing without Jesus in your life. Ashes are not trading cards. Ashes are the first part of God's revelation of his gift to you. Now that I've kind of talked about, what is wrong with today, there's already 2 things you should be doing on Ash Wednesday that the church actually says, yes, you need to be doing. That is a holy obligation. First up, specific to Ash Wednesday and also on Good Friday, you are asked to fast that day. And Catholic fasting is a little bit different than just not eating. We want you to eat, but you can only have 2 snack-like meals and 1 regular meal. No other snacking. Water is the only suggested drink. That's it. And the 2 snacks cannot equal 1 regular size meal, the same meal that you had. Plus, you have to be all pescatarian. You can only have fish. And that goes back to the Middle Ages. We could go into all of these special things, but that's the basic gist. Only fish, no other meats, lots of veggies. It's a hard fast. You do get special dispensation if you're pregnant, under the age of 14, or you're elderly, or really sick. If you want to participate in Ash Wednesday, that's the thing you're supposed to do. Now, the second thing that you're supposed to do on Ash Wednesday is just day 1 of 40 days. It could be one of 3 things. It could be a fast of some sort. A lot of people give up chocolate, or they give up social media, or whatever you feel like you need to give up. The second thing is called prayer. Obviously, we're going to have some sort of prayer going on, but specifically, it's adding something into your spiritual life. So you gave something up, usually of the physical, and adding something spiritual to kind of fill that void, because any hole or emptiness we feel in our hearts should be filled with God. Now, that could be a certain amount of prayer time. That could be going to daily Mass every day, or at least once a week, adding a rosary, many different things. And the third one is giving. Now this one is giving to others. It could be your time, whether that's going on missions, going to the food pantries to help out. Talent, like maybe you're gonna knit blankets for newborns. Like there's many things you can do. And then the popular one is obviously giving money. Many Catholic churches have what they call the rice bowl organization, where they give you out these like cardboard things that come into like a bowl with like cut out, and you just put your loose change in at the end of Lent. You give it back to the church and it goes to the Catholic Christian Charities, which is a great organization. Or maybe there's other charities you want to give. There's many different ways you could do that. That is up to you. You just do any of the fast, pray, give. I try to do at least 2 of those, usually some sort of a fast and prayer, because I'm giving up something but I'm adding something back in. That's kind of like how I do it. That's something that you start on Ash Wednesday and then go to 40 days. Let me know in the comments below, what do you do for Ash Wednesday? Do you make sure you go to Mass? What are you giving up this year? Or what are you adding to your spiritual life? Or are you giving money to a specific charity? What are you doing to make Lent amazing? To make you closer to God? Because that's the whole point. I hope you all have a great and fantastic day. Feel free to subscribe, like, do all the things, especially if you like to hear Disney videos, which is usually what I do more, but I felt really called by the Holy Spirit to bring up this topic. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this, but if you do, please let me know how you like it, comment below, and I hope you all have a good and fantastic day, and we'll see y'all real soon. Bye.